Hey guys, so we do have the LG G6 in the house, and I wanted to do a quick unboxing. First look at the device here. I'm sure you're aware of this phone. It is obviously LG's high-end phone for 2017. So we're going to have a look at it here and see what LG can do. Very excited. Been getting some good reviews overall, so we can have a look and see what it's all about. So this is coming in, I think, in a light blue colour, as you can see, which looks very nice indeed. I'm just going to take it out and have a look at the phone here, which feels very premium. Wow, this is much better than the LG the G5 of last year, which was pretty average in terms of the feel in the hand. So you can see they've made a big effort here to maximize the display as well, which is a good kind of innovation. So we're just going to put this to the side before we boot it up and have a look at what else you get in the box. This is like a foreign version here, because it takes ages for phones to come out here, so sometimes I just import them in. You do get a charging cable, as you can see. You're also getting your fast charger here, which, as you can see, supports the, I think, Quick Charge 3.0 standard still. So obviously the LG does come with the Snapdragon 821 still. Well, you do get some good earphones in here, as you can see. The other good thing about getting a LG G6 from abroad is that you're going to get the quad DAC, which I don't think you get in some markets. So you might want to consider doing that. And that's about it. You get one of those strange adapter things, which I think I know what it does, but I always forget. So we're going to put this to the side and have a look at the device here, which we can just do a quick little size comparison actually with the V20. I was a big fan of the V series in general, and I thought that I think it surpassed the G series in terms of the functionality. You can see this one's much smaller in terms of the footprint, which is good, but the actual display size is very similar, which goes to show you how good the bezel-less kind of design is here. It looks pretty awesome to behold. We just do a comparison with the S7 Edge as well. Hopefully we're getting the S8 very shortly, but you can see the S8 also has a pretty nice profile here overall. It does have a little bit more bezel at the top compared to the G6 on the back. Both look very similar now actually in terms of the shininess. And we do have a dual camera, obviously, which you don't get with the S8, which I think they've made the sensors the same now. So last time you had a wide angle lens, which was a bit low in terms of the resolution, but now you should be both, I think, 13 megapixel, so there's no loss of quality, which is good. So we're just going to boot it up, have a look at the device here. So where is the power on switch? That is a good question. Is it on the back? There it is. So we're still sticking with the IPS LCD. I read somewhere that the next V series phone may have the OLED technology, because LG's been making some OLED displays for Xiaomi, and they may start using it in their own phones. So we'll just go through this nice and quick. And let's put my password in. Wow, this looks pretty awesome, I've got to say. I mean, this is really, it's amazingly compact for saying how big the display is. It's just such a good use of space here on this phone. But at the same time, it just looks weird to me for some reason. It has a weirdness about it. Maybe it's the aspect ratio. They've not gone with the conventional one, that's for sure. So we'll just go through this nice and fast here. I think 2017 is going to be the year of the bezel-less kind of display, when we're going to probably see just no bezel whatsoever in most phones. Phone vaccine. So you have all your LG stuff on there still, cluttering up things, and we're in. So this is the device here, and we don't have an app drawer obviously, which I did expect. So we do have some prompts. I'm quite surprised actually the language is in English, because I think it's from Korea, this particular device. So you can see we can just go into the settings We are getting the software here, as you can see, 7.0, Android patch level of March. It's not the latest patch level, but maybe there will be some updates and stuff. So, as I said, it is running a slightly outdated processor, but as you can see here, going into stuff seems nice and fast overall. And I gotta say, the display brightness doesn't seem to be that bright in comparison to what I was expecting. Let's just have a look here. So we do have everything on the brightest, as you can see. We have it always on display, so maybe we can check that out. You still have your double tap from the old LG phones that we do know and love. So this is the always on display, which looks a bit dim to me. You can barely see that. Hopefully you can increase the brightness there, because I do like this feature actually. Let's just have a look. Yes. Well, that will drain your battery a little bit quicker, obviously, but it's definitely worth it at the end of the day, because if you can't see it, then what's the point? But it does, come a bit brighter here, which is good. Let's just have a look at the theming, etc. So you can see we do have some nice themes here pre-installed. And you do get as well 4 gigs of RAM and I think 64 gigs internal storage, so that should be enough for now in terms of future-proofing it. Let's just see if we get a nice clock widget as well, because it looks a bit barren here. So it's where is the weather here? We don't have a weather. Maybe there is a weather widget in there somewhere. Let's have a look. Usually there is a weather widget with LG phones, but maybe they've gotten rid of it for this one. Change is good in some ways, I guess. Let's just have a look at what else you get in the settings here. So I'm just going to go back to the original theme actually, because this one's a bit manic depressive kind of thing. So this one can be a bit more exciting. There we go. And let's have a look. We do get multi-user support, which Samsung I think is still ignoring maybe. You get your knock on as well, which we did enjoy back in the day for quite an innovative way of getting into your device. And you can change the button layout here, change the colour as you can see. So that looks a bit weird because the LG skin is actually quite like white kind of thing, so I'd probably keep that on the same because it looks weird, but nevertheless obviously we do have a fingerprint scanner as well. We'll just quickly check that out. So where is the fingerprint scanner? So you have to set a pattern obviously, and this is what we're going to set, so you can get into all my accounts if you hack into me. And this is on the back, as you can see, very nice shininess. And if we just put my finger on there, you can see it does it very quick. Wow, that was extremely fast, I gotta say. So we're just going to turn it off, and you have to do that first obviously. Turn it off, and then go. There we go. So obviously, these fingerprint sensors are pretty awesome nowadays. They're not 100% reliable, as you can see, but they do get the job done at the end of the day. Finally, we're going to have a look at the camera here, and we're going to do like a proper camera comparison eventually. We're just going to see what it can do here. So let's just take a shot of the V20. You can see it takes a shot very quickly, and I wish you'd get rid of those prompts, because obviously I do want to open the gallery. Wow, that looks very sharp, I've got to say. I mean, look at that. Is anyone going to complain with that? I'm not. It's a slightly older sensor, but I mean, that looks extremely sharp, and it's more about software processing at the end of the day. So we just check out the wide one as well. You can see pretty much everything now. And that is something you can't do on the S8, and that is pretty nice to get things into the picture. And you can see it looks just as sharp basically, which is a big kind of boon here. So looking forward to checking this camera out here for the LG G6. You can see you do get a lot of different features here, like your 4K, etc. That's what we do expect, HDR. Let's have a look at the manual mode of the video, because that is something which the V20 does really specialize in. So where is the manual mode? Let's see, is it this one? There we go. Yes, so you get your manual mode down there, and you see you get very nice stuff here that you do get with the V20 as well, such as the information on the screen. So very fresh here, looking at LG's software experience. They do make a really great effort when it comes to camera, and I've got to give LG props for that. So yeah, just a quick little unboxing, first look of the LG G6 phone. If you've got any questions or want me to answer something, do let me know. Hope you enjoyed the video, found it helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.